Greetings, Lafia. This is my video, my upload for YouTube, and I'm here on TikTok going live. So I hope you all are doing well today. Today is the 1st of July. Did you do your cleansing for your house? Did you do your baths overnight? It's also the full moon as well. Did you do your baths, your ritual? Did you do your first of the month rituals? Hmm. I hope so. I hope you was able to get it done. I want to talk about something that's been very, very interesting to me. Um, Over the last few weeks, I've been contacted by a few different individuals who have expressed their interest in wanting to practice Ifa Sheshe and or studying, like the African alternative of spiritual systems that we have. And they were just inquiring like what my thoughts were or um, how to get started. And so I asked them, like, why do you want to what is it that you want? Why do you want your hand of Ifa? Why do you want to complete your Ishefa? Why do you want to complete this and what is it going to do for you in your life? And I got a couple different answers. This individual said that it was because they were just trying to hustle, get some money. They believe that this was the way to get what it is that they was trying to achieve, that they was trying to take care of their families, and that they wanted, they was just tired of certain things, and they wanted to do, they wanted what I guess, this was the way to get to the money that they saw for themselves. And they believed that by getting initiated or getting into the spirituality, that it would present them with this resource or access to this. And so, you know, I'm thinking like, well, how would it exactly? How exactly would welcome to the chat? Like, hello, thanks for joining. So I'm thinking, how exactly would this initiation change your life, and so that you can receive what it is that you want? And they really couldn't say. Another question that I had asked them was, once they get it, what were they planning to do once they did? Well, they wanted to get these cars and get this house and take care of their family and this and that. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, what has this person been doing up until now that would do it? See, I think like there's this misconception that once the person gets initiated, once they receive a title, or once they get these cauldrons or pots and all this type of stuff, like then everything will just start coming and flowing into their hands. And I wouldn't say whether it will or wouldn't, but I will say that it does, like faith into a thing, whether it is a spiritual system or religious or practice or ritual or whatever it is, it requires work to go behind it as well. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you think that, once you get initiated, you're going to gain a title, and then you're going to start presenting yourself, with the title, but then there's no, nothing fundamentally that came behind it. It's almost just like, in order to get your driver's license, you got to go study and take a driver's test, and then to be permitted to drive into the world, so people will trust that you behind the wheel is going to be safe. Once you, if you become a therapist or a doctor or a teacher of some sort, in some way, at least, teaching can be done in so many different ways, but, certain type of industry licenses require the training and education to back it up in order to say that you are this person of this title. For me to get my real estate license, for me to get my life insurance license, for me to do taxes, for me to do credit, become a specialist in any of these type of things, I had to acquire a certain level of adequacy and education in order for me to do this. And then I needed to pass an exam to be licensed and to be considered a specialist or a professional, a trusted professional in the industry, to be able to complete or help and assist, individuals that come to want to do business. I had to acquire this information, this set hours of training and education for me to be in compliance in order to obtain it. So why would a person not think that that was the same thing when it comes down to spirituality? You still have to train. There are certain levels of things that you have to do in order to train. So anyhow, I think that there's a misconception in there a bit in spirituality, that even behind getting or joining a spiritual system, doing and performing rituals, that there's no work that comes with it. That's a misconception to me. Um, I remember some time ago, I remember doing some work for someone, and they asked me after the work was done, so when should I expect to see something? And in my mind, I would not want anybody to come and ask me to do work or even do readings or anything for them, and then ask me that question afterwards. Like, that is Disneyland thinking. That's some Aladdin genie in a bottle type of thinking. I also think that is the whole propaganda of how Hollywood sold voodoo and a religion to people to begin with, and it's quite ignorant. Like, if you don't think that you have to participate in the ritual yourself, you have to participate in the ritual. You got to participate in being saved. You have to participate in any form of transformation. You have to participate in believing in your faith for it to even work for you. So you cannot just sit there unless you're wanting to die. So I think that sometimes that we set these unrealistic expectations in the development of our lives in order to receive stuff, and then, don't realize how you're setting yourself up to be jaded, torn, set with disillusion, upset. And quite frankly, I can understand why any spiritualist would remove themselves from working with the individual who has that type of mindset, because they know that in the end, there's going to be feud, there's going to be conflict from all of that. So that's one of the things that I noticed in spirituality that has occurred time and time again. And I can say that I too at one point had that sort of, that sense of, I guess, what I want to call it, it's a bit of delusion too, whenever I had first started out in spirituality, where I had already come from a background and my experiences in life. I always want to work. Like, I always be like, I have to do, like, I have to take the long way, the hard way in order to obtain a thing. So if somebody told me to do something simple, I was like, that's not enough for me, because I'm so used to taking the hard way to do something. So it was not easy for me to accept that that's all I gotta do is sit here and be calm. All I need to sit here and do is just do my head rogation. All I need to sit here and do is venerate my Ori, pray to my Ori. That's all that. I thought I was supposed to do, like, something else, like, and that's why. So for me, I don't know if anybody else resonates with this, but, like, for me, it always takes for me to get angry in order for me to finally like make something truly happen. Thank you and welcome. I appreciate it. It always takes for, like, something to anger or, like, make me upset for me to really, like, acquire something that I set my mind on, such as, like, whenever I wrote my book, whenever I started my business, hell, when I went and got initiated, when I went across seas, when I lived in Mexico, like, I was pissed off. I was angry. And I don't even think that people be angry enough to want to see change in their life, because when I get angry, I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to do something about it. Sometimes I just think that, like, it's so interesting to me about why does it take anger to, like, push me enough to do a thing. Like, fuck it, I'll just do it myself. I've been fixated on it so much that I had to tell myself, like, instead of thinking about why I am so angry, maybe I should just be thankful about what the um about the, like, what comes behind anger, like what the power, like the true power behind getting angry, like what is it going to do for me, versus sitting and wondering why, because now that takes me down a whole nother rabbit hole of all type of other things, versus just saying, well, shit, I got it done, I'm happy now, I'm here where I'm supposed to be at, I guess I had to do it. So back to what I was saying, like, I think that we have to be a participant in the things that we want to see change in, and not all the time should it let me see how I want to word it. It shouldn't. Why does it have to take for us, getting angry, or why does it take for us to have to be something else in order to be a part of that transformation, or in order to see the transformation take place to begin with? So another thing that has shown up throughout this journey, like priesthood, whatever, is the idea of, like I said, one thinking that they have to be something, or like that, like the life, like what's her name is Lauryn Hill, when she was like, who do I have to be? Who do I have to be, to gain reciprocity? And I feel that right now. I do feel that, because I have been so many different versions. There's been so many different versions of myself that I feel like I had to become in order to acquire. Like I said, even just being mad. So I got to be angry enough. Like I got to get pissed off enough in order for me to get to the actual goal. Whereas I guess I was just like playing possum or something and trying to think of all of these different avenues to take for me to go to my goal, for me to actually meet my goal, versus just saying like, well, shit, I actually just want peace. I just want serenity. I just want, you know, this atmosphere for myself. Like I want joy, I want comfort, I want ease, I want peace, like these are the things that I want. So let me just go ahead and do it. Let me just be it instead of me saying, well, I gotta do this first, and then I have to go get this, and then I have to go do that. Like, no, even when I think about the fact that I did leave, I left home at an early age and moved all the way across country. When I get across country now, I'm in an atmosphere that I was like, this is where I want to be. But now here goes the new thing. Now I'm creating new stuff because I still have goals. So now I'm creating I'm asking what my whys, and now I'm going down a deep hole and trying to resolve them and figure them out. These moments, I feel like there are just moments like this that just appear in my life oftentimes, where these ideas cross my path, and then it completely changes the way that I see myself. And then I thought about it recently, like, oh, what is this about? So I had found this video where they was talking about impossible goals. And I don't know if you guys ever heard about it, but it's like where you reflect on your life, you reflect on your entire life, and you take whatever it is about your life that you want to set. Like it could be like making money or something, something, making millions or whatnot, and then you say, well, what I need to do to get there. Now you're taking all of these different journeys and all of these different paths and advice and information and all this type of stuff to get there, making it very, very hard and difficult, when all you have to do is just reposition yourself, like a flick of a switch in your mind, and just say, I'm here already. I'm already there. It sounds very unrealistic, but I think that it is a matter of a shift in the mind and in the thinking. The idea behind the impossible goal is that we have been taught to set goals that are realistic, logical, and comfortable. We're taught that we have to set goals that way. But then the problem with setting these goals to be so simplistic or whatnot is that we usually don't require we don't require the work. We think it doesn't require us to be a participant, to show up, to be a part of this journey, or to be a part of the goal, to be a part of the transformation. We just set the goal and just think it's just supposed to fall in our lap and it's supposed to be easy. But that's unrealistic, I think about. It's very, very unrealistic. And if the current version of ourselves were really, if we actually sat with it and we actually knew exactly how to get the life that we truly desire, I think wouldn't we already be doing it if it was would we already be doing it? So I think that the whole impossible goal thing is just simply shifting position in our thinking, shifting the position of our thinking and saying, okay, instead of me going through the back door, I'm just going to open this door that's right here in front of me, and I'm going to go through it. I'm going to walk through it, and I'm going to access exactly what it is that I need without having to go all the way around the world or go all the way around the building to get to there. And I'm here right now. I am here right now. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am abundant. I am in peace. I live in serenity. My day is peace. Like, yes, like these things sound very, very cliche. And we're taught to, do the affirmation work. And we are taught to believe that, our words, our vibrations, and all we have to do is set things and it'll just happen. And I think that while it sounds very cliche, there absolutely is truth in it. And I am living proof that is truth in it because I am living it right now. Like I am living it in this time right now. And despite what individuals may want to misperceive, matter of fact, about me, it is still very, very accurate. It's like true. I am actually living this shit. I'm actually living it. And, people can like judge however they want and hold on to whatever version of me that they would like to. I don't give a fuck because it's not my business. But I know for a fact that it is possible to live the reality that you set your mind on with just simply aligning and firstly, you have to reposition yourself and then align yourself into whatever version of reality that you want that to be in. And it takes time. And sometimes it's very, like, even whenever I think about it, it's very, very, like, that really just happened. Now all these other parts of me need to catch up with the version of myself that I am living in right now, today. I'm so happy that it's raining. I should just like go outside and sit and chill outside. Because I be missing the rain. I really be missing the rain. I'm going to go outside. I got to go out there. Because it was just like 93 degrees, y'all. And here is the rain finally. So y'all going to have to give me a moment because I want to go outside. Let me get my notebook too. I'm gonna go out there. Because I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do some writing whenever I get out of here. Yes. So, like I said, this is a new bit of appreciation that I just have for myself right now. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Huh? It's dark. Yeah. May you bring my tea, please, from my desk? Huh? I know, right? Thank you.
Let's go because we still be all up in the sky.
Especially whenever it's raining. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I made it outside. I don't know if you guys can even see. You're not gonna be able to see it until I turn it. I like sharing my background with you guys, but since it's raining, I want to share. And this is what I mean, like. See? This is what I wanted. Some peace and serenity to be able to just like come to my backyard and watch the rain fall beautifully on my patio. I am not disturbing anybody. Ain't nobody disturbing me. And this is where I wanted to be. Like repositioning my mind, repositioning where I'm sitting at, and arriving to a point of where I truly want to be at. I said, oh, I want to go outside. I just want to go outside. Welcome. Welcome to the video. Welcome to my live. Damon King. I am Amira Janae. Reese the Guide. Welcome. Marie Lynn. Thank you for liking the video. So yeah. So like I said, I think that it's just about repositioning yourself, your thinking, and choosing how you want to get there without abandoning yourself or without even sacrificing other people. Like you don't even have to forfeit everything that you've been taught in order to get to where you want to be. Just use it to fuel the progress and the motion forward. That's what I think is the overall gist. And I guess I'm just like really immersed in the rain right now, so I'm happy. I'm just enjoying it. Just enjoying it. But when you talk about the achievable goal, back to what I was talking about, the idea of the achievable goal is to not just simply create goals in which you think is something simple enough to achieve, but also create something that is is realistic. Like, oh, this is mad. This is mad. This is something that's massive to me. Like, you know, this is beyond me. I don't even know how. Like, I'm look just as well as somebody's gonna look at me like, how she get all the way to Nigeria, and what made her come? Like, she's not married, and she's using this wheelchair. It's not accessible. She don't speak the language. What you doing in Mexico? You don't speak the language. Why are you there? Yes, that's usually like the responses that I will always get. Even to this day, I can't believe you went to Mexico. What was you doing in Nigeria? What was I doing there? I'm I'm trying to survive. In my mind, that's how small, like my mind, my thinking of things were, is that I just want to get out of what I have been going through for so long, that that's how small of thinking that I was in. I didn't even give myself the credit to really like say like, oh, it's because I want something different, so I'm deserving of this. Why can't I be here? I didn't start thinking like that until I was like there, and then until I had decided I'm gonna go further. I'm gonna try something else. I want something more. Like I've experienced this now. I see what I am able to receive out of this experience, but now I really want to go hard. If I can come all the way out here, if I can relocate all the way, if I can buy this while I'm out here, if I can acquire this while I'm out here, then what else can I do? This is considered fighting for my life. This is what I'm me doing the best that I can in my life. So what else can I challenge myself? If I can go hard for somebody else, their business and their company, their brand and their vision, if I can say that I love this person and I'm willing to put up all this money behind them, or willing to go hard for them, willing to sacrifice or change, or even change my life, right? If I'm willing to become a better version of myself in order to have this partnership or be in this position or whatnot, then I should just be willing to do this without this person, or without this title, or without this job, or without this anything. With this is who I am. So I should give myself more grace and knowing like I'm capable of being exactly who I say that I am. I'm capable of all of this. This is why I had started that series of the primordial intelligence, because everything that I knew that I was ever seeking, everything that I had ever went after and acquired, who I was in those points and times of my life, that's exactly who I truly am. In it, like I don't like not. I'm not like cosplaying. I'm not acting out here. I'm not doing any of that shit. When I really talk about it, that's me speaking from my heart. And when I really live it, that's really me living from my heart, despite any circumstances, despite the survival in which I'm probably experiencing, or how I even got there. At the heart, I know exactly who I am. So that's why whenever things go a different direction, I'm not hurt anymore behind it, because I'm like, I know that I did that. I know when I did that, I was doing it through being a genuine, authentic, kind person. When I went overseas, when I lived abroad, when I decided to part ways or break up, when I decided to end anything, all of those things was done based off of who I truly am. So if I can go that hard and go overseas and live in foreign countries for peace, serenity, comfort, joy, or any of that type of stuff, then I can do it exactly where I am. And I shouldn't have to be anybody other than myself in order to acquire these things, in order to experience this type of lifestyle. And if somebody wants to like push me into this life of oppression, or push me into a life of competition or hurt or pain in order for me to acquire, then I know that I'm not in alignment with them to begin with. I know that means that this is not a part of that destiny. They're not a part of my journey. So I am going to leave. I am not sitting with them. This is not love, and ain't nobody going to force me to believe like this person loves me, or they want the best for me, or anything like that behind none of that type of shit. It's this no, 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 no. Nobody's ever going to trick me into giving being of loyalty, being of love, into oppression, poverty, confusion, doubt, or any of that type of shit. No, ain't no way possible. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Another thing that I like to that I have noticed in a spiritual journey is okay. Another, I don't want to skip over this, but even in the talks of people being something that they aren't, or thinking that they have to be somebody in order to be perceived as holy or clear or purposeful or um, peaceful or powerful or whatever. The idea of they're changing their wardrobe. They're speaking. They feel like they have to speak another language. One thing that is a really big misconception, even as a woman here in the diaspora, speaking English, um, always being told um, I grew up being told that in order for me to receive the blessings of God, that I needed to pray. And I'm like, okay, well, I am praying. Well, you gotta get on your knees every night and day to pray. I'm praying. I think that I'm praying. Okay, if the situation isn't changing and I am praying, then maybe there, like it leads me to question the belief or the faith in that. And it could just be a me thing, but I don't think that there is a one way to pray. You don't have to get on your knees to pray. Imagine telling somebody who's a quadriplegic to get on their knees to pray in order for them to receive a blessing. They might just want, better health, better lifestyle for themselves, or the betterment for their children, or the better health for their parents or something, better care, whatever. Imagine telling them they have to get on their knees in order to receive a blessing and pray, and they are not capable physically to do something like that. So the idea of receiving a blessing or receiving better in life or acquiring any type of goals or whatever is to pray. You have to do it one particular way. That's a misconception. I remember being told that in Ifa Isheshe that in order for me to get the blessings of, Orishas, that I have to make offerings and sacrifices to people in Nigeria, to the rivers in Nigeria. And I would ask, okay, what is the difference between the Ocean River and the river here in the U.S. that's closest to me? This is where Oshun is originally from. So you want everybody in the diaspora to believe that Oshun is only in one part of the world, and this is the only way that we're able to connect with her, and we have to pay money, something that just became a thing, in order to get this? No. And this is why in my ELA, I make sure that I'm teaching the individual exactly how to receive whatever they need and have it of access to them in their backyard, on their back patio, walking with them in their whole embodiment of their being, of their essence, and to not ever have to feel like they are without what it is that they need. I'm going to get them directly connected to the source that they want to connect with. If that's their path, their choice, then so be it. If a person believes that they need religion to get it, so be it. How can I assist you? If a person believes that they need an Orisha or a deity or whatever so that they can get it, how can I help you get to it? How can I help you build that connection and strengthen it? And so that it empowers you in your life, your thinking. So whatever comes with it, you can become or receive whatever it is that you want. But I would never tell somebody that they have to go all the way across the ocean, across the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, just to receive it. And that's the only way that they can receive it. Or tell them that they have to speak a language, have to dress a certain way just for them to be close to God, or just for them to have peace and serenity in their life, for them to have protection in their life. No. Over here in Sacred Water Tilling Temple, nobody's going to come and save you. You have to show up for your own rescue. Over here in Sacred Water Healing Temple, the protection that you are seeking is the protection that you give yourself, the things that you set up for yourself to implement in your life. If you want a better life, if you want good health, if you want positivity, you want better relationships with people in your family or whatever, then you have to do whatever is needed so that you can adequately become that which it is that you are seeking, and not depend solely on some external being to get you there. There's multiple ways that you can create the goals or set or achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life. And one way is to think bigger than you've ever allowed yourself to think. Think broader, think beyond the things that people have been telling you all along. You know what I'm saying? Seek greater things. Seek all things above. Um, Seek all things above, and then you will receive them. Seek the kingdom of God to acquire all those things. The things that are above, the things that are of God, the things that are of the kingdom are above all man-made things. That's what that meant whenever they said that. If you made a goal that you want to receive like $50,000 in a year, you made a goal that you want to receive $50,000 last year, but you want to receive 60K this year. Your goal should not be, oh, let me go create all of these like obstacles for myself to jump into in order to receive it. It should be, what do I need to do to align myself with that which it is that I'm seeking? Not, I need to go wait in line, write my name on a piece of paper, hoping for this person to call me back, wait for this person to hand it to me, go marry, into like go put myself. That's abandoning yourself. If like even nobody wants to think about the way that they really do set themselves up. Even the whole, I'll talk about it right just briefly, but even like the um propaganda that everybody be preaching on social media, on these platforms or whatever, about being with a 6-figure person, 7-figure person. Why not just be that person? No, they gotta go use somebody. You gotta make somebody else become bigger than you. You gotta go and bend and break the rules and of things that you have um, agreed to in your own life, and then become somebody completely different just for you to say that you are with someone that's 6 or 7 figure, that's earning 6 or 7 figures, and they bank on that. They're banking on you to really believe that that you're going to need this other entity, this other person, in order to be wealthy or of class or of status. Nobody wants to talk about that because it doesn't fit the agenda that they have, that they're benefiting from behind it. And maybe that agenda could be that they have a big social status, that they have peers, they have friends that they can go use, or that they can sell things to, or whatever they're trying, whatever course that they're trying to push or whatever. It would benefit them to make you believe that you need to change yourself to be somebody else. Those coaches that be like, go get dressed up, go, now you at Sephora buying some shit that you can't even afford, now you about to steal some shit that you can't afford, now you about to go and hang with or be buddy and cooking up with people that that you would never really be friends with, just so that you can appear, or use them so that you can appear and present yourself to be this person of class, to attach yourself to those who are of that caliber or whatnot, so you can be chosen. I think that's another delusion that people like to live by, and instead of just being exactly what they say.
that they want to be. I guess it ain't for everybody. And that's why you got some people that come out years later and all of a suddenly they are um, just found their life in Christ all over again. They had to be done with their old ways because they just got out of hoeing for a long, for 10-year season. Suddenly they're no longer sexy whomever, and now they're back to their formal government name all of a suddenly because they're done. The agenda is done. The propaganda is done. You guys bought into it. Welcome. Thank you for the show. Thank you for buying a course. Or thank you for buying my music. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. It all fits into the propaganda. I don't went off into the deep end talking about it, but guess what? It fucking counts. It fucking counts. It is not that it's not that hard, okay? I guess the people gotta get to it the way that the best know how, and that's how they decided that they're gonna do it. For me, I don't want to. Even the times where, like, it took me years to really come to even that type of thinking. Like, I'm literally getting into relationships and trying to really be a girlfriend. And my peers, they are like, they like him because of a car he drives. So, person that I'm in a relationship don't even believe that I genuinely like them because everybody else is telling him, this is what you got to do, and if you're not doing it, then you're not that dude. Every girl that's getting a guy who has something, you know, is making this person feel inferior. So now they have to compete. And I'm not even a part of the relationship anymore. They have completely mentally left the relationship because they're watching everybody else get it how they want to get it. And this person has joined in with the goddamn Joneses, I guess. And now there's no relationship because I don't chase after what everybody else chases after. I'm like a genuine person. That's why this countryside living brings me joy, peace, and serenity. This is what I enjoy. If my spouse is out there waiting on me, bring me a banana tree. I don't need you to I don't need you to try to compete and talk about all this weird shit that Buddy over there is doing, because I don't care about it. By the time you get done having a conversation with me, I'm asking you about, have you been tested? Have you went and got your prostate? Have you went and did your exams? Have you did any of these things versus you abandoning yourself to try to keep up with the next person? Have you done any of that? You're not there. You're not even in the state of mind where I need you to be right now. So I know for a fact this relationship isn't going to work because I have removed myself from chasing that years and years ago. I don't even entertain it. I don't even entertain it anymore. So that's an illusion. It's a psyop, and it is a program type of thinking. And I need you to go somewhere and decolonize and detox and then come holler at me, because I live a life of simplicity over here. Everything else that I experience that come with is of shiny things. All of that is an enhancement. All of it is just to add on to what it already is that I'm doing. But I'm not going to leave what I have, to go chase after something else. I'm not going to compete with anyone that's doing something other than what I am doing. When I find something that I truly want, I am simply just going to go after that. I'm not going to go for it because everybody else is doing it. I just want it because of what I want it for, and I'm going to have it, and I will enjoy it the way that I want to enjoy it. Not because I think that, this is what's going to change my life. No, because I'm already at peace. I'm already in a state of serenity. I'm already in joy right now. I enjoy hearing the sound of the rain, seeing this. My bills are paid. I have a roof over my head. My children are cared for. They're not experiencing any form of abandonment or negative forces, all of this type of crazy stuff. Like, I'm not in that state of being, so I don't align with it, and I don't want anybody to come and impede on my peace
just to have a companion, or just to have a friend, or just to have whatever. Like, to me, that doesn't align with my goals that I've set for myself. I know that it, for some individuals who wrestle with um, their understandings and finding or searching for certain things, they would find it very difficult to accept when a person has achieved a level of thinking, a level of peace, and instead of them just accepting that it is not that hard to acquire, they have to find ways to wrestle with it, find ways to justify it. I think that's another reason why sometimes, you know, it's hard for them to even get to a state of peace, is because their mind justifies whatever it is that they're experiencing in life. You know, like to be like, oh, I'm going through this because of X, Y, and Z, because I shouldn't have did it. Like all of that, that's justifying it. If your mind justifies where you are in that state of mind, it's of shame, lack, defeat, then that's where you'll sit. That's where you'll be. That is where you'll be. Okay. If your mind justifies that, okay, if I want to get, um, you know, $50,000, or I want to allow myself to make $50,000 a month. Well, I gotta go through X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. Do this, and this. All of these different things. You start sorting through all of the solutions of wherever it is that you want to be in life. You start sorting through it, and then you just agree, and you say, "Well, this is the only way that I could do it." And your mind justifies that you gotta go through hardship and deplete yourself and be tired all the time in order for you to receive it. And so, therefore, that's where you'll stay. You'll just stay there. Alafia, greetings, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for returning. Thank you for showing love. Thanks for the dolphin. Thanks for the Go Popular. Thank you for sending me the chats. I appreciate that. Sending me gifts. That's the word for it. I'm still getting used to it. Thank you. So yeah, if you're a person that if you justify that, like how I said earlier, I was telling myself that I needed to be, who do I need to be in order to provide myself with solutions. I was justifying in my mind that this is the only way that I'm going to acquire the state of being that I really want to be in. So I started creating, you know, to me, they were solutions because they were resolving things for me. But at the same time, I'm creating another entity to add on to who I already am, who I truly am. So I'm justifying these different obstacles that I'm putting upon myself, and now I have to exceed in all of them. I have to be successful in acquiring them. I have to complete all of them because I've set the goal this is what I want to do. I want to provide solutions. I want to be a woman of solutions. I want to be a charitable woman. I want to be of peace. I want to, be this in my lifestyle. But where did these thoughts come from? These thoughts came from parts of me that needed them myself. So I needed whatever it is I've created, I've needed this in my life. And so that's what makes me, that's like I push myself to where I'm mad enough to be like, okay, since none of this other shit is working, all of this mundane mediocre shit that everybody else is saying this is how you got to do it or this is what you got to do, none of it is working, and they make it seem so simplistic. Well, it's not working for me the way that they say that it's working, so this is how I have to do it. This is the way that I have to do it to acquire it. So this is what I'm going to do. So now here I am. I have created this business to help with real real estate. I've created this for credit repair. I've created this for tax preparation. I've went and gained license so I can assist individuals in investing into mutual funds. I'm doing all of these different things, and now I have to constantly comply with keeping the license up. Now I have to constantly comply with making sure that I'm getting the continued education that I need in order to stay up and adhere to whatever is expected of me. And I said that I wanted to be in this atmosphere, in this environment. This is what I wanted to be at this level. So then here I am. This is where I want to be. So I'm going to stay up here, even if it does come with hassles or slow motion or whatever. This is where I want to be. And this is what I am doing in order to acquire where I am right now and to have what it is that I need, this sense of peace, this sense of comfort, knowing that my kids are safe, knowing that I am safe. It's a system of safety for me. So this helps me. So in a sense, I had to be angry enough. I needed to get mad enough. I needed to go through whatever delays that I had to go through and realize that it's not going to work. The same systems that everybody else is using don't work for me. And so therefore, this is what I have to do, and this is what I will do, and it's going to work perfectly fine for me. And if nobody understands it, then that's where they are in their life. They don't want to understand that. They don't want to see like, oh, it does require systems. If I gotta stop messing with this person, I'm gonna have to cut this person off. Yes, you do, because even though it hurts, even though it gets boring or lonely or whatever, yeah, you want to be at a distance. You might not never see these people again, ever again. But yes, all of that is necessary. Oh well, I guess I gotta change my eating. Yeah, you do. It might not be forever, but for now, yes, you might have to change your eating for a while. Um, well, damn, I guess I gotta stop smoking weed. Well, yeah, if it's hurting your pockets and you know you can't really afford it or you want to take that sacrifice and do it, then yes, that's what you have to do. It is very, very possible. It's not impossible. It's very, very possible. It, the the only thing that is getting in the way of you is whatever you justify in your mind to believe that you need. Whatever you justify in your mind to believe that that is the only way to do it. And it might just be a temporary thing. Your timeline might shift, and that's another thing. Is how it's up to you to decide how when you want the shift to take place in your timeline. For me, at any point in my life, I can simply just cut something cold turkey and be like, I'm on to the next thing. I would literally take these 10 to 15 hour trips, driving long distance, going to visit friends and family. And while I'm there, I am meditating. Yeah, music is playing. Yes, I got to focus on navigation. All of this is happening. But in my mind, I'm thinking about everything that I want to acquire and how it is that I'm getting there. And then next thing you know, like that long distance trip, it turns into the meditation that I need to do. It turns into the prayers that I was taking. It turns into me giving myself therapy because I'm in my mind reconciling things that I couldn't reconcile. I'm reconciling things and coming to a realization of things that nobody else could have ever assisted me in. And that's why I be happy. That's why I be happy. I'll be like, okay, I get it now. I'm doing all of this. I'm going to these extreme measures right now because Nobody else is going to do it for me. And that's why I always say you have to participate in the rescue of your saving you. You have to participate in whatever transformation that it is that nobody else is going to come save you. So it's your choice. When you decide that you want to shift timelines, it's up to you. You're the only one that's going to give yourself permission and authority to be able to do that. You're the only one that's going to do that. It might take like me getting mad enough to say, oh, okay, I see. I don't like this shit. I'm not cool with this anymore. This is disrespectful. This is disrespectful to me. So I don't want to participate in this anymore. I am unsubscribing from all of this shit. This ain't got nothing to do with me. So it's a wrap. Subscription ended. Your message is no longer going to be delivered because I am shifting timelines. I am done. If you like a person that's just like, okay, well, you like pussyfoot around, procrastinate, play possum, you're justifying in your mind that the delays that you're going to come into experience. You're unconsciously allowing yourself to receive or be in delayed, to experience delays. So you justify it. You justify the delays by saying, "Oh well, I'm going to get to it later. I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Right now, that's not something that's a priority to me." But this is the main thing that's going to help you to shift timelines. So it's up to you. So when you say, "This is what," if you shift your mind and say, "Well, this is what I'm creating right now. This right here is what I want to focus on right now," then everything else will align and it will shift and it will change, and the transformation will take the shift that you are allowing for it to do it. Ashe? Absolutely. It's very, very, very deep. Absolutely. I think that's how we can leap timelines and shift our mindsets and repositioning ourselves to achieve these impossible goals that we say that we have. It's a matter of changing our minds. It's our choices. If we want to change relationship, do it. I think that I have, when it comes down to relationships, I've been one that's like, well, this wasn't taught to us. This wasn't taught. I never had any representations of this, and that. Well, to only consider what I have control over. The best relationship that I can have control over is the relationship of myself, the relationship that I have with myself. The relationship that I have with myself is simply being a better individual for me and controlling what it is that I have the control over. I think it would be a pleasure for other people to hope and pray that I will be waiting on others to change. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put that much power into something that I don't have any fucking control over. So for things that I do have control over, I'm going to focus on that, not no other people. I love how the rain just like came, and then I came outside, enjoyed it, and now it's slowing down. The last time I went live while it was raining, I fell asleep and I didn't even know it. I woke up, my phone was dead, but the live had ended because of inactivity. So it saves here on Tickety Talkie, and all I had to do was just upload it. I just uploaded it to my YouTube. Here, do you hear the mother speaking? The Yami. I just be retwisting my hair, calm, chilling. We have some. I needed to get that message off today because I really had to sit and think about that whole impossible goal thing and how many times I've sat up and really tried to have an amazing day. Thank you for stopping and chilling and engaging with me today. But I really had to sit and think about it. Like, how many times have I really like created different versions of myself in order to achieve a thing? Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. A gym gun. I don't know what that is. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that, Eric. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good day at work. But yeah, the different versions of myself. Now, will I say that those versions of myself I would forfeit? No. All of them were badass, kick ass. All of them got me exactly where I needed to be. I would even say that all of them are Orishas of mine. All of them are parts of myself. All of them served me and worshiped me just the way that I needed them to. So no, I wouldn't. I would not. I would not. All of them definitely got me to where I needed to be. But you gotta be really creative out here in this world. I'm out here leaping. Mario. Oh, some people, they hop relationship to relationship. Some people hop job to job. Some people hop religion to religion. I just become another creation of myself. But all of them are fact. I am a spiritualist. Every practice I have serves me. I'm not taking from nobody. I am a financial savvy person. I do my best. I love to learn. I am a student of life. I am a health conscious person. I am very much in tune with myself. All of these are versions of myself. So no. So no. No, I'm not abandoning myself, nor am I hurting somebody else. I'm not my teachings are my teachings only. I don't like go and impose them on anybody else. I don't do any of that shit.
I share, I put it out there, and I allow other people to say, oh wow, I would like to know how she did it. Can you help me? And if I can be of help, whether it is in finance, planning, wealth planning, investing, writing your book, getting creative, starting a new habit, being persistent, being accountable, if those things are of assistance, yeah, well, there may be a way for me to extend that onto you, and I will be happy to. But I'm not going to abandon myself in the process of doing that. Every version of myself that I have to become is all to better myself, for the betterment of myself. I'm not going to abandon myself, and I'm not going to let anybody just take from me. And whenever somebody decides, like, I want to do X, Y, and Z, I want Sacred Waters Healing Temple, Ifa Kolade Umilade Faso Sing to help me do it, I am going to ask, how can I assist you and why? Why do you want it? And it has to make good damn sense before I just say, yes, I can assist you. And I'm going to consult with my spirit guides, my spirit team, my spiritual constituents on behalf of whether or not I should even, intercede in anything you got going on. Should I be involved in anything that you got going on? Because they helped me. And I'm not going to let you and your people take from what they have helped and assist me in doing this whole time. Why do you want it? This is something that aligns with what it is that I'm doing. If not, you might need to find somebody else to go and get it and go and do it. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't take nobody's money. I'm not gonna take nobody's money just because they said they want something that I might be able to assist them with. I'm not gonna lie. That's not my way of coming up. Not out of despair. That's how people trick you out your shit. By partnering with people out of despair. No. Not out of despair, not out of hating myself, not out of oppression, not out of poverty. Nothing that'll lead me to any of that type of shit. It'll be a fuck no. I know that my spirit guides will not want to play with me or have to go there with you for me helping. But anywho, that's just something that I was thinking about. So why do you want to get initiated again? What is that initiation going to do for you? What is it that you're doing right now to get those things? Exactly how will this initiation help you do so? When it don't work out the way that you want it to work out, what's going to be the next thing that you do? If it doesn't work out the way that you want it to work out, what will be the next thing you do? Because that's the same thing that the initiation is going to do for you. It might even be worse. It might even drag you to hell because you didn't prepare well. You didn't prepare well for the outcome or the hardship that comes along with it. So, what they say, faith without works is dead. My phone's about that, so I gotta get off on here. So I hope you guys enjoy the live stream. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for joining. And I appreciate those who send me the gifts and the likes. And if you wanna hear more, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Links in the description. If you're looking for community, links is in the description. If you're looking for a reading, Idafa, or to know where you can start in your spiritual journey, link is in the description.